Hey everybody, Pope here. I've got a pretty good one for you today. I'm taking out my British 10.0 lineup right now. Um, I've got right now the Challenger DS, which is a 10.0 premium. The Challenger DS is specifically the Challenger Mark II that was used in Desert Storm in 1991. And an interesting note about the Challenger Mark II is that it actually has the longest recorded confirmed tank kill in history, 5,100 meters, which is a little over 3 miles. Killed an Iraqi tank back in 1991, so that's a pretty hellacious shot. And so here, starting on this map, starting out in the west spawn, I don't know what they've done, what Gaijin has done to this map in this latest patch, but especially on the snow version of the map, the C point seems to be the point at which you control everything else. I never see anybody going up into B1, B2 to spawn camp anymore. Everybody seems to control the map from the C point, and so instead of going into town, which is what I'll ordinarily do, I've decided to start going up towards the C cap and getting late spawners as they push across, getting people as they're coming down on the banks of the river. And there we've got somebody shooting from down there, and it's a XM1. So we'll put a dart into him and kill him for kill number 1 of the game. So the advantage that this gives you by not quite going up to the C cap is that you're down below the ridge line, so they're not able to shoot you from either one of their spawns. They're not able to spot you. You've got real opportunity to make use of, if you've got a tank with good gun depression, to make use of this little ridge line here to try to find targets. And so what I found to be the most effective strategy from both sides of this map, and here we've got a CTCV 105 going across. That's the new Swedish event tank, and yeah, he's dead now. And so what I found to be is that if nobody's on the C cap, leave it alone. People tripping the cap is what's going to alert you that there's somebody up there. That and the sound of engine noises. And so that's what I've got here. Is I've got some engine noises. This KPZ-70 didn't realize that this is a Challenger, so I've got him faster reload than him. His base reload is 6 seconds. We both shot, I think, at the same time. He hit my commander's cupola. I didn't do anything to him, even though I hit him straight in the gun barrel, but I reloaded faster than him, and so that was a mistake on his part for pushing up over the crest of that hill while I was still alive. And so at this point, I'm going to push onto the cap. I've got some targets in front of me. I hear one, maybe two vehicles. I don't know what they are. That looks like it might be a Dardo or a 2S38. I don't know what that is from back here. Oh, never mind. It's a T-72. And yeah, so we get Russian biased. We hit a track and a fuel tank, hit the ammunition carousel, turned around yellow, and otherwise did nothing to it. That shot right there was a little rushed on my part. I was trying to game for the top of his turret and take his breach out, but I ended up missing, and so he shot, missed, and so I've got time to come up and just lower front plate him for the guaranteed kill. And so now at this point, we've got some targets where the rocky wood line would be on ordinarily non-winter version of this map. That's one of the changes that was made a few patches ago. I don't know where that shot went. It looks like it took his commander out. It's a M60A2 Starship. Those tanks are a little bit wonky to try to kill, so it's going to take me a couple shots, unfortunately. But the nice thing is that I'm on the cap, and so I can reload my ready rack when I'm reloading my regular ammunition. And so one of the nice things about this tank is that it's even though the ready rack is small, it's 5.3 second reload on with an expert crew, and that's what I've got. So at this point in the game, we've got cap advantage and a point advantage, but they've got a player advantage. Our team is starting to they're starting to quit, and so I'm trying to encourage them not to quit. And so we've got another tank coming across. That's going to be a Leopard 1, probably a 1A5, I think. Second shot, well, yeah, it's a 1A5. Second shot will take him out. And we've got another vehicle coming out of their spawn up towards my area. I don't know what that is. I got a driver, a loader, and an engine, but he ended up taking out my turret ring and my cannon barrel, or my gun breech rather. So pop some smoke, and shortest repair I've ever seen for that kind of damage. It was like, what, 11 seconds, which is nuts. That's crazy. And so we've only got 3 of us on the ground, a couple people in air. From looks of the icons, they weren't in jets, they were in props. I don't know why you would bring a prop to this battle rating with the radar locking SPAAs. That doesn't make much sense to me, but you know, whatever. And so we'll go down and we'll finish off the second M60A2. Now, in the meantime, while I was repairing and finishing that M60A2, something has snuck on and taken the B cap, and I don't know what. I cannot see anything. There are no there's nobody to see. There's nobody visible on the cap, and so I don't know where their guy is. My suspicion is that he's on the other side of that. There's a long house right now that the T16 is on the west side of. That long house is my guess is where he's at. He's on the other side. Didn't see the shot come from anywhere. Don't have any idea where that CV90-105 was. So unfortunately, I could not help my Type 16 FPS teammate. By the way, I apologize if my voice sounds a little scratchy. I am getting over a pretty nasty bout of the flu, so I haven't had much of a voice the past few days, so apologies if this is a little scratchy. So with no teammates down over by the A or the B cap and a T-72 terms just camping in the back doing absolutely nothing, at this stage I'm not sure what our prospects of winning are, so I want to make sure I'm at least getting some kills. And I'll pop over the ridge line there, that T-72, take his cannon breech out. There's an auto cannon thing firing from over there. I didn't know what it was. All I knew it was shooting fast at me, so I wanted to kill it. As I'm going for the finishing shot on that T-72, there's a XM1 that had snuck up on my side and ended up killing me, and so I was unable to. Yeah, I died right before I was able to get the shot off. And so I thought about going AB, getting into the town, and trying to recap, and then I thought better of it. I'm not sure what I was thinking, but I'm glad I ended up coming back this way. My thought is that, like I said, CCAP controls everything. If I can keep them off from being in town, surely one of my teammates is going to go and cap something. And I made, ordinarily relying on your teammates to do anything other than die once and quit is probably a mistake. But the teams are relatively even if we've got a couple people in planes and helicopters and a T-72 terms who's just sitting at the house in the back. I don't really know what he's shooting at. I mean, he managed to get a couple kills, but he's not really serving much of a purpose other than taking up a roster spot. So what I want to do is get back up above the C cap and start pumping shots into their spawn. And I'm glad I came in this direction because one of their guys jumped onto the spawn. I don't know what it is or where on the spawn it is. There it is. I see a gun. At first I thought it was a T-72 of some kind, but it ended up being the XM1. So we'll take the XM1 out and get back into the C cap and get this thing capped again. Looks like we've got a medium over by the A cap who may decap that fairly soon. And as I'm pulling into the cap, I see a couple of different tanks in the distance. I wanted to pull up and I really flubbed that shot. It looked like a Leopard 1A5 maybe. I really just, yeah, that was a terrible shot on my part. Second shot, I thought maybe he was behind the tree. He was, but he was below the ridgeline, so I was unable to get the shot in on him. And so that was a lost opportunity. He didn't lose his opportunity, shot me right through the breach, ended up killing my commander and my gunner. So I'm sitting on the cap, and once again with a 2-man crew on a cap circle, it's less than a 20-second reload. So 1 or 2 smoke charges is going to cover the entirety of my reload. It's also going to cover me recovering a crew member, which is going to give me my loader back. So I'm not going to lose any reload speed. And I've got engine noises, and I know this guy's close. I'm not sure if he's crested the ridge or if he's coming through. He's coming off to the right. Took a shot, performed poorly with it, and it's a Leopard. It wasn't a 1A5, it was a L44. So end up giving him the kill, and there's something in front of me behind these 3 dead carcasses. I don't know what it is, but I can see it right there. I don't know what it is. Thought maybe I could shoot underneath that dead tank and get the kill out of it, but it didn't work. Instead, there's something with a really nasty autocannon shooting at me from their spawn. It looks like it's a bagel. There's 2 things back there. I made the mistake of not waiting for my laser rangefinder to fully find the range before I shot, and so that shot was really low. But I'll be able to peek him again now that I've got the range. And yeah, driver, machine gunner, engine, radiator. And that shot should kill it. And it actually wasn't a bagel, it was an M19A1. But as always, no matter what the SPAA is, at least in my case, when they shoot me, no matter how far away they are or what kind of rounds they're using, they always kill my barrel. Always, every time without fail. When it's me shooting them, I could be point blank with an SPAA, and that gun barrel isn't gonna die until I'm dead. So anyways, we'll repair the gun barrel, pop back over the little ridge here. I don't know where that second autocannon guy down there was, but I see this guy here. Try to take a lower front plate shot on him, and it ended up being some kind of a Swedish low tier reserve piece of trash. So I was worried about him for nothing, and that's actually kill number 12 for me. In the meantime, while I've been occupying their team over on these 2 cap zones, there's the 1A5 for kill 13. My team has managed to cap both A and B. They're down to 1 or 2 players left, and as is my philosophy, if you get a nuke, even though you're not going to be able to drop it in time, J out of your tank and drop the nuke. You know, you earned it. Get in the plane, make the siren go off. It feels good. So Mr. Quack 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 in the L44 ended up getting the kill when I J'd out. I think I might be able to get off the airfield here. I might be able to get my gear up before the time runs out. But yeah, this was a 13 kill nuke match in the Challenger DS and the Challenger CR2. Those vehicles are virtually identical. There's no tangible difference between the 2. They carry the same weapons, same speed, same engine, same everything. So they're the same. And yeah, that's the end of that match. And ended up making 163,000 Silver Lions, 17,600 research points, 13 kills and a nuke. And so yeah, that's the UK 10.0 Challenger lineup. I thank y'all for watching. If you like this and want to see some more, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.